Have you heard the saying, money is the root of all evil? This is actually a misquotation from the Christian Bible in Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. It amounts to a similar thing. Chasing wealth means that you have come away from your spiritual journey towards enlightenment, and you'll only end up causing yourself sadness if you choose that path. So, why then do many people crave money? Why is it that financially poor people will often knowingly act immorally to get the money if they're struggling to survive? Wars have been fought over wealthy provinces, land grabs are made, traditions crushed, and sacred ancient items sold, all in the name of a quick buck. But can money actually make you happy? We all experience money differently. Now that the economy is global, communication is global and almost instant, we are realizing that people experience wealth and money in very different ways. The diverse amount of cultures in the world mean that some would see having enough money to buy the essentials as being more than satisfactory, while others might aim to accrue financial wealth to invest in property or land, and they will only be satisfied when they have reached their ultimate goal. Whether you fall into the first category or the last or anywhere in between, there is no set measure to calculate when a person will be fully satisfied or happy. We live in an economy where money is exchanged for goods and services. Previously, this was a resource-based economy where communities would locally share their skills and resources such as wood, food and water in exchange for a healthy life and shelter. There are still pockets of these communities, however, they are not the social norm and they are constantly battling a world that puts money above all else. Whether you like it or not, in 2022, the almighty god of money rules us. It oils the wheels of politics, it appeases poverty and disease, and in the short term, it can make people ecstatic. Can you imagine winning the lottery and never working again? Statistics from the National Endowment for Financial Education show that a staggering 70% of lotto winners end up broke within just a few years of receiving their money, and a third of that actually go on to register for bankruptcy, meaning that they can't even afford to live where they were before the windfall. If money is so important and sought after, why couldn't they just be happy with what they had? And why do so many people invest in schemes to gain even more financial wealth, instead of just being satisfied with their current portfolio? Just as we invest in our education by attending school and researching online, in books and through alternative methods, we must also look at where we are investing our time and money. After all, time equals money in this economy, so what's it worth you investing in? As an example, buying an expensive piece of jewellery that you hope will increase in value may give you momentary satisfaction. You can feel a surge of excitement and a sense of pride that you have this wonderful piece in your collection. But how long will it take for that feeling to subside? You won't wake up every day first thing with a happy thought about your jewellery because you're not actually using it. It's like a museum piece to be looked at occasionally and people will tell you it's valuable. Choosing something to invest your money in that will be used every day or will sustain you for life is the key to continued happiness. A great example of this is learning to drive a car. This skill means that you can reach places that others can't. You can have more job opportunities such as being a courier or driving haulage. Not only that, but you can use this to carpool with your neighbours, make community deliveries, and in some emergency cases, you can even live out of your car if you need to. Paying for a block of lessons, spending those hours learning this skill, will keep you satisfied for your whole life. Even if there are times when you can't afford a car or can't afford to run a car, you will never unlearn the skill. A way to differentiate what is a worthy cause to invest in and what's more of a hobby can be found from ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus. He splits the need for pleasure into 3 groups: necessary natural desires, unnecessary natural desires, and vain desires. Necessary natural desires are hunger, thirst, rest, and sleep. We need to satisfy the longing for these so that we can survive. Unnecessary natural desires are ones which we have the instinct to go for, but that we don't really need to survive. This can include sexual encounters, buying luxurious things, and having an extensive social circle. Last on the list are desires that Epicurus called vain, things that we don't naturally crave as a living being, but ones that have been pushed into our subconscious as having a value. These are things such as expensive jewellery or a sports car which have no natural use. They are purely toys. They have been made popular and valuable by other people's opinions. The happiness that they bring can never be as deep or as long-lasting as a natural desire. Invest in your future happiness by taking the time to research what will help you. Don't just follow social opinion or let others dictate your path in life. Money is ultimately not enough compensation for investing your time and energy. There has to be a sense of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Look, we could strive to live by Epicurus's ideals, but in reality, that doesn't mean we can stop working. We still need to exchange our time and effort in return for a salary so that we can afford to have shelter, food, and safety. The thing is, there isn't actually anything wrong with working for money, especially if it does make you happy. Hundreds of thousands of people are content to work in a job where they are paid for their services or skills because that pay allows them to live a life that's comfortable and also save up for special occasions such as weddings, holidays, houses, and things that they desire. In this sense, money does bring happiness. However, for others, sacrificing a large chunk of their day and a lot of effort for a monetary salary is a great source of unhappiness. This is especially true if they have dependents such as children, vulnerable household members, or elderly family members they need to be with and support. It also could be because they do not want to be part of a society based on wealth, and it makes them feel trapped. They would rather spend their time every day doing something else which they feel is more productive, such as studying, learning new skills to help others, mindfulness, exploration of philosophies, things that benefit humanity in the long run, but they don't benefit a person trying to survive in a financial world. The man of inner wealth wants nothing from outside but the negative gift of undisturbed leisure to develop and mature his intellectual faculties, that is, to enjoy his wealth. In short, he wants permission to be himself his whole life long, every day and every hour. If he is destined to impress the character of his mind upon a whole race, he has only one measure of happiness or unhappiness: to succeed or fail in perfecting his powers and completing his work. All else is of small consequence. Leisure activities, those which are designed to make a person feel satisfied and happy, usually do not generate income. The benefits come from the experience you gain. So, in a world where time is money, people who value more than material objects and wish to better themselves use the money that they earn from a paid job to buy leisure time, such as a course at an educational facility, or maybe saving up for a 2-week vacation to explore other cultures or visit a communal retreat for well-being. Delegation of daily tasks and outsourcing the errands that take up your time are just some of the ways that people use their money to make themselves feel happier. Having the luxury to buy yourself time through hiring a maid, an accountant, a cleaner, paying for daycare, a chef, or even eating takeout is not always a feasible option for people. Ironically, it's usually the people that you have outsourced your tiresome tasks to that end up being closer to the poverty line. They don't have the luxury of paying someone else to take care of the time-consuming tasks that eat away at their 24-hour schedule. This is why the statement, "money is the root of all evil," does not fit in with the entire population. If the part of society with excess money for luxuries were to stop employing maids or buying fast food, hiring cleaners, then the so-called unskilled workers would find it extremely difficult to gain employment outside of factory work or janitorial duties. It is something that we speak about in several of our videos, but the social model cannot instantly be fixed because it took thousands of years to evolve from a resourced and skill-based communal society into the complex, diverse situation that we have today. The main thing to remember is that you always have a choice. Some people may have more choices or a choice in larger things than others, but whatever your situation, you do have a choice. You have the option to spend even 30 minutes a week investing in yourself. If you have nothing, no financial wealth, no family, no friends, you can still spend 30 minutes to meditate and free your mind. If you can find more opportunities to fit this into your busy life, you can make room for 30 minutes a day. This costs you nothing but time, and the benefit is that it allows your mind and body to temporarily be free from the stress that surrounds you. Making a habit of focusing on relaxation and self-care will impact your life in positive ways, such as lower overall stress levels, something to spur you on and look forward to every day, and it may even give you a better sleep pattern. People that have the financial wealth and stability to make bigger investments and larger choices can start to think on a community level. Promote self-care and positivity. Set up local groups to meet up once a week and have a casual chat and time out of the house in a relaxing space. If everybody used their money wisely and thought about the impact it has on the global society, the world would be a much happier place. This is something that's referred to as financial freedom, the freedom to choose what you invest in. Our research is also important to society because it suggests that overall well-being can be advanced by providing an infrastructure that affords experiences such as parks, trails, beaches, as much as it does material consumption. This extensive research was carried out on a group of people and using anecdotal evidence. Working alongside Amit Kumar, a doctoral student in the field of psychology at Cornell, they discovered that people thinking about impending experiential purchases, such as ski passes or concert tickets, have higher levels of happiness than those who anticipate spending money on things. For example, in one of the 4 studies that are part of their paper, they conducted an analysis of newspaper accounts of crowds of people waiting in line and found that, waiting to purchase an experience, they were in better moods and were better behaved than those waiting to purchase material goods. You sometimes hear stories about people rioting, smashing windows, pepper spraying one another, or otherwise treating others badly when they have to wait, said Kumar. Our work shows that this kind of behaviour is much more likely in instances where people are waiting to acquire a possession than when they're waiting for tickets to a performance or to taste the offerings at the city's newest food truck. The researchers speculate that there may be several factors that could explain these findings. People may think about future experiences in a more abstract way that can make them seem more significant and more gratifying. For example, it's also possible that waiting for an experience induces less competition than waiting for material goods. Finally, anticipating experiences may confer greater social benefits, making people feel more connected and happier overall. So, can money make you happy? Yes, for sure. Can money solve all of your problems? No, not really, but it can help. Is money the root of all evil? No, although it can prompt people and groups of people to commit immoral acts which impact society negatively. If you have enjoyed this video and you're inspired by what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Let's change the world together.